opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third?
And last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
18 Cardinals.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one 28 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's complete right around the 8. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They get this out left. Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Okay, break.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game.
He's got a man complete. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
19, 18, 17. 19, 19.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
2nd and 15. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They picked up by the Steelers. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hurt. Ready.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hey, smash Bronco!
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go check.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go!
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Come on. Hey! 18, pioneer! 65 catch! Come 19! 70 Ranger! Ready, go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Hold it, 6. Hawk 70. Go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Pass knocked down by Antoine Winfield Jr. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. Hurt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. I mean, your holder, to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle, everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll go with a keeper, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by Aguilar. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
19, 18. Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
3.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? Hurt! 79 Broncos. Ready?
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
19 Swagger, roll.
Now McCaffrey off right tackle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. DK Metcalf, 28 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Hey, check that, street. Trap 50.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Cut, ready? Press on 80. Tommy Ryan. 60 Eagles. Here, Ryan. Go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the option, here's Robinson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Pierce now up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Comeback team. 70 Ranger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Okay, ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Purple 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go
The
now.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble. But it is.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game. And they got it done in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their